welcome back to my channel. I am continuing with my bookbinding series, and today we're going to do something a little different as we wait for supplies to come in to finish the book we started in our very first video. I got a new toy on Amazon last night, and it is an airbrush. There are so many things I can do with this that I am extremely excited. I want to have either gilded edges on all my books that I make or painted edges. And I am not a very good painter. Like, we can use acrylic paint and a paintbrush and just paint it like that. However, if I want designs and stuff, I don't know, I can't blend as well with a paintbrush as I can with my airbrush. So I have only ever used this once, and I did it last night just to see if I could. And I did have some hiccups, and I have Googled how to fix those, so hopefully those won't happen today. But this is an example of what I did last night. So you see there's some of those speckles in there, and that's what I had to figure out how to fix. So hopefully today we won't have that issue. If so, then I've just got to keep practicing and figuring it out. But with the stencils that I made with my Cricut, oh my god, the options that we're going to be able to do for our edges is just insane. Anyways, I will link the airbrush kit that I got from Amazon down in the description below if you want to check it out. I also got a set of airbrush paint. It's backwards, I'm so sorry. And it comes with all of these colors. And that just makes it easier to start with. Like, I know I can get all the bottles of the folk art or the red barrel and thin them out and run them through the airbrush, but I just bought this one already pre-mixed. I know it's going to be the right consistency as I figure out what I'm doing. So that's what we're going to work with. I am going to use the press that I just made, and I made it specifically for things such as spraying my edges, or if I have to sand the edges down, it's going to end up sanding the edge of the press as well for a few millimeters. So I just really didn't want to do that with my big press, which is why I made this one. Like, already it's got paint splattered all over it, especially like on that side, which is where I did the book yesterday. And while it is pretty, yes, I just don't want to be pressing my books in a paint covered press. Anyways, so I really like this airbrush that I chose because it can either hook up straight to the compressor, or I can use the cord provided. I wish I would have grabbed a better cord. I don't like this springy telephone, like the olden day telephone type cord. It's just a pain in the tuchus to deal with, but it's better than nothing. So everyone says to spray at 20 psi. This one either sprays at 20 psi, which is if the light is orange, and if it's green, it's 27 psi. So I'm going to be spraying with it on orange. I also, for this demonstration, I think I want to use a stencil I just made. How do I want to do this? I think I want to pull the dragons out. So, like if I want to do my fourth wing book, I want to have the dragon sprayed edges that everyone else has, and I can do that myself, and I love doing things such as that, so why not? So I'm going to press this on really good. I've got, this is just a random paperback, just so I can play around and not mess up my good bound books. So I've got this pressed really, really tightly, so these pages are not going to move. And I'm going to press these decals on as tight as I can get them. Let's see. So instead of just having the blank pages behind these dragons, what I could have done was a specific color first, even if it's just white, or if I did something like gold first, so that whatever I painted on top would have gold dragons peeking through, which I think would be really cool. Okay, let's press them down really good. But for the sake of the video, I really don't want to mess with doing two colors right now. So we're going to do what we can with just one. Or maybe I should do two colors. Should I do like gold into black? I wonder if I can pull that off. I probably can't. But I want to try out this gold color. It's not going to be nearly as pretty. Ooh, why don't I do a blue instead? Because I have gold coming in. This is a metallic blue. Why don't we try a metallic blue? Because I have gold foil coming in that I'm going to gild pages with, and I'll make a video about that as well in the future. But for right now, we're just going to mess with what we've got. I have a stack of these towels off to the side that you can't see, along with a mason jar full of water in case I need it. I'm going to take this tip off. Oh, I need to shake it first. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake that bottle. Don't mind me. I tend to sing through everything. And this is why I've already got paint all over me, because I had started opening that. I'm not the brightest crayon in the box sometimes. And I'm just going to plop that right there to the side. But it's always nice to have a stack of like shop towels, or my mom gave me probably 300 of these white towels, a whole trash bag full. So I figure I'm going to put them to good use. Alright, so we're going to open this little container. And I found that you need a decent amount of glue, like more than I thought. or not glue, paint. So I'm going to put, if I need more, I'll put more in. Also, with these lids, I have found to squeeze them shut in the box. I will show you my spray box that I made here in a minute. After we finish painting, I'll clean it up and show it to you. It's obviously a free spray tint. I'm not going to pay for one when I can make it out of a box. Not just a lemon or canister on orange. And then I'm going to start by spraying the paper. And it's just giving me water right now, which I bet that is from me cleaning it last night. I bet I didn't get all the water out. Okay, we're starting to get some glue. How's that better? Okay. Oh, see, it's happening again. I think I'm just pulling too far back. If anyone knows how to airbrush and can tell me exactly what I'm doing wrong to make it spatter like that, I think it's the tip. I don't know if it's user error, which it probably is, or if it's the spray gun itself, but I keep getting paint buildup. I wonder if you can see it. Paint buildup right there in the top. And I'm pretty sure that is what is making the spatter. I wonder if it's not thin enough. Why don't I mix a tiny bit of thinner in with it? There we go. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was it. I just needed a little bit of thinner in my brush, or not in the airbrush, I guess, so that it's not so thick and it isn't building up on my nozzle. And get a nice good blue coat. There is paint left. I want to try to put it back in the bottle don't even know if that's possible. I might be ruining this bottle, but I don't care. All it is paint thinner. Like, I don't see how it would hurt it. And then I'm going to go clean my airbrush, and then I'm going to be right back so that we can take that out of the press and take the stencils off and see how it turned out. Alright, so the brush is clean, the airbrush is clean. We're going to take this out because this is dry now. We're going to take it out of the press. Put that out of the way. I'm gonna kind of, oh, it is still maybe a tiny bit tacky. Pull it up a little so that I can grab the wings. Wow, it just turns out so much better than you expect. Like, obviously, you know it's going to be pretty. But, like, when it turns out, it turns out. Like, that is just stunning. And because it's just paint, all we have to do is mess with the pages a little bit, and there it is. Is that not? That's amazing. And that's actually pretty good metallic for just being spray paint. I did not expect it to be quite as shiny as it is. Obviously, it's not going to hold up next to like actual foiling the edges, but if I wanted to do a muted gold or a muted silver or whatever route, a muted foil route, this would be it. Or if I wanted to do both gilding, like with the gold, and have decorations. It just, you can't get any better than that. Anyways, now that we're done with that, I'm going to show you real quick the spray booth. There we go. That I made. All it is a Walmart box with the top taken off, or the flaps. I have taped up every kind of hole there is. So in here, outside, like in the corners and stuff, over the handles. And then I took the bottom of a box from something else. I think it was like one of the ones that you carry Coke in from the grocery, like with the 4 6-packs of Coke. And I just taped it like to be a flap. And I've got it taped really good on the bottom and here. That way I have both the spray booth for overspray and everything is going to be caught in that. Plus I have a workspace where it's not going to get all over my table. And then at the end, I can just fold it all up like this. And I can put all my airbrushing stuff inside of it. So, yeah. Anyways, in a few days, I am expecting what I need to continue on with our text block that we started making on episode 1. So when that gets here, we will continue with our text block. Or if the foiling for the edges gets here first, we will try to foil the edge of a book, kind of like a paperback, kind of like this, but instead of paint, it'll be foil. So it'll be super shiny. Anyways, if that is something that you would like to see, and if you want to continue on with this journey with me, then please hit the subscribe button so you can get notified anytime that I post a video. And once I get a certain amount of followers, I can start doing lives. But I do want to do lives so that we can do everything together and people can ask questions as we go. Bookbinding has really been a joy. I have ADHD really bad, so normally I will start a craft, perfect it, do it a few times, and then I'm done. But there's just so much that I can do with bookbinding. Plus, it adds two things that I truly love together, and that is books and crafting. And I do not see myself falling out of love with it anytime soon, which is a really good thing for my pocketbook, as my grandmother would say. Anyways, see you next time.